Cheers. Oh yeah. Today we're drinking Hideout vodka. It's made here in California, Scotts Valley area. This is the grapefruit version. It's pretty good actually. It's 40% alcohol. I think this was like $8 at grocery outlet.
They also have the cucumber flavor, which I like a little better. So
what we're making today, the wife requested tortilla soup. Of course it got chilly and then all of a sudden now it's sunny and hot again, but well, that's what she gets. So we're starting off with, we have 8 cups of chicken stock simmering away. I have about 8 to 10 sprigs of cilantro, 1 sprig of oregano, which I did not rinse off, I forgot. The oregano is from our yard. There we go. I have 1 onion that is halved and quartered, but I'm only going to use half of it. We're going to use the other half later. And a couple garlic cloves. This is just to cook and simmer the chicken in. And I have 2 split breast skin on, bone on chicken breasts. I'm going to nestle in right here. We're going to let this come to a simmer. We're going to let it come to a boil, then we're going to turn it down and let it simmer. We're going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes until the chicken reaches about 165 degrees, which is cooked. And then we're going to take the chicken out and let it cool in a plate, and then we're going to move on from there. So see you in about 20 to 25 minutes. Cheers, welcome back. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at Cooking While Drunk. I just turned off the chicken in the stock. This is about 8 to 10 tortillas, white corn tortillas that I cut up into half-inch strips. Just gonna give these a little toast in the oven. So now that this is done, I'm gonna take the chicken out and let it cool. Take that out real quick. We're going to set this aside, and then once this is cool enough to handle, we're going to de-skin and peel take the bones out, and then we're going to shred up the chicken. I'm going to let this cool for a minute. In the meantime, we're going to make our little base for our next step. I have my little magic bullet here. I have a couple of serranos. Just gonna cut up into smaller pieces, and these are serranos from our yard. I have a couple of cloves of garlic, some onion, which I'm gonna cut a little smaller, and then some tomatoes. And I just realized this is not gonna be big enough, so I'm gonna switch to my other blender. All right, be right back. Just do a baby one. Oh, hey, sorry about that. So yeah, my little magic bullet, I kind of overestimated. So I've got, you saw the serranos, the garlic, the onion. This is 2 whole tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes that I cored and I semi-seeded. I didn't take all the seeds out. A handful of cilantro. Hang on a second. A handful of cilantro, which is not from my yard. I did peel off the bigger stems. Now if you do this in a blender, keep the stems on, because the stems, unlike parsley, have the same flavor as the leaves. In some parts of the world they actually call this coriander, where in America we call coriander just the seeds. I could probably use more cilantro than that.
Or you don't have to.
Or I do. So I just kind of pull off the leaves a little bit. Like I said, if I was going to use my blender, I would have used the whole stems, because the stems actually have a lot of flavor too. Alright.
I don't particularly like cilantro because it tastes like soap to me, but I don't mind it in soup, in a Tortilla soup.
And give this a little puree. While that's running, I'm going to go ahead and give the tortillas a little bit of a shake. You see how they're starting to lightly toast up? Ooh, hot. There we go. And we just want to get these, you know, kind of nice and brown as well. That will take about another 5 minutes. When this is done, I'm going to open it up, scrape down the sides, and then once that's done, we're going to strain our broth mixture. There we go. Ooh, that smells so good. Give this another quick puree. I basically just look for the sides and make sure there's no big chunks. That's pretty much it. And we're good there. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to strain this chicken broth out. It's very hot. I just want to get off the solids and just keep the nice goodness. Now, this chicken stock, I did not add any salt yet because it is homemade stock. Homemade, as in I didn't have enough, so I did augment it with some better than bouillon and water. I thought I had enough chicken stock, but I make so much and then I use it so fast. So we're going to strain that out and we'll be right back. To our pot, we add a little bit of oil. A little bit of a medium heat. The oil won't take long to heat up. Now we're going to add our puree mixture. Straight to the pot. And we're going to saute this for about 5 minutes or so. It's going to start turning a darker brown. And once that turns darker brown, we're going to re-add our chicken stock and let that simmer. So we're going to let this brown for a little bit and then we'll be right back. Come back. It's getting a little hot in here. So a little root beer using the drink mate and some syrup. So as you can see, the tortilla strips are out, nice and toasty. Guess what? I burned the first batch. I forgot to set the timer. Then all of a sudden, after I rotated the pan, forgot about them. So as you can see, our mixture has gotten a little more reddish brown. Some of the liquid evaporated. We're getting a little bit of a fond on the bottom. So now we're going to add our strained chicken stock. And remember, when you add something hot, away from you, towards the back. Just a good habit to get into, you know. Give this a stir. So now we're going to let this come to a boil. Then we're going to let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Let that flavors meld. And then we're going to move on to the next step. So in the meantime, cheers, have a cocktail, like and subscribe, tell us what you like, what you didn't like, tell us what you want to see, have a little snack, and we'll be right back. I don't know. I think I like the grapefruit better. I think that would be better in cocktails, like when I make my vodka, my cucumber gimlet, it'll be better. Here we go. The broth has been simmering. We're going to add the chicken back in. I shredded the chicken. I do it by hand. People use the 2-fork method where you just use 2 forks and you pull the chicken apart. I just, because it's chicken breast, I actually just peel a chunk off and I just kind of like string cheese, you know? That's how I look at it. Add that all back in. Look how delicious that looks. Alright, plate up. Here we go. Take a handful of our tortilla strips. So you can use the pre-made, like, store-bought chips, I guess. But this is just as easy. You know, and you probably already have tortillas in your house. Most people always have tortillas. We always do. Get a nice little spoonful. Put it over. Get a little more broth. That's a lot of chicken. There we go. I'm going to kill the heat. And I'm going to garnish it. With what? You know it. Serrano peppers growing from our garden. I have some diced avocados here. Oop, wanted to stay in the center, but okay. A little bit of cilantro. And some Cotija cheese. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Mexican cheese. It's a crumbly cheese. It's kind of like feta. And to top it off, a squeeze of lime. And then serve it on the side in case you want to squeeze more, or just actually in case of my daughter, eat the lime. There you go. There's our dish. Delicious. Easy to make. Time consuming, roughly about an hour with prep time and cook time. Hey, but don't forget, hit like and subscribe. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. Hit me up on those comments. Tell me what you want to see. Alright, cheers. Thanks for watching Cooking While Drunk. You guys have a good night. And there you go. There you have it. Tortilla soup. Easy to make. The time consuming part was waiting for the chicken to cook in the broth, straining it, and then simmering the broth for another 20 minutes. But overall, it takes about an hour with prep time, and it just smells so good. Alright, easy tortilla soup. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to see. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Alright, cheers, and don't forget, have a good night.